Welcome to the first video in the series. In this series, I'll be playing the Minecraft modpack Star Technology. Star Technology is a GregTech modpack, but it's Skyblock. This is a world I've already been playing for some time before I started recording, so the series won't begin from the very start. Instead, we'll be picking up at the MV tier, where things start to get more complex and interesting. Before we start with the video, I want to give you a base tour so you can understand the things I do and where I get my materials from. Here we have the area in where I set up autocrafting for applied energistics materials, dusts and printed circuits. This section is responsible for processing Certus quartz dust, using it to create Fluix Crystal and charged Certus quartz crystal. It also converts Certus quartz dust into Certus quartz so it can be used for more crafting recipes. This section is responsible for cutting Certus quartz geodes into raw Certus quartz. It is also responsible for grinding the raw Certus quartz to duplicate it and convert it into crushed Certus quartz, which is used in an electric ore factory to convert it into dust and duplicate it. This is where the three types of skystone alloys are autocrafted: gold skystone alloy dust, diamond skystone alloy dust, and Certus quartz skystone alloy dust, which are mainly used to create printed circuits. This is the simplest section, which simply involves mixing certain dusts to create Fluix steel dust and skysteel dust, which are quite important. This section is responsible for autocrafting printed circuits. Each forming press is used for different printed circuits, such as silicon circuit, logic printed circuit, and others. With this, I can quickly craft processors and printed circuits. This is a general section where annihilation cores, formation cores, and each one of the circuits are assembled. There isn't much here. These are my mechanical sieves. At the moment, they are operating at LV voltage. I don't think I need anything more at the moment. This is possibly my favorite section. It uses the residue fluids from the void extractors and then centrifuges and electrolyzes them to obtain more dust, mostly chromite and others. There is also a hydrogen and oxygen farm, which is self-sustaining, so I don't need to touch anything. It works very well. Now that you know where I get my resources, let's start gathering the materials we need to craft our first HV circuit. Here I started with RAM chips, which are made using wafers and a green lens. These two are placed in an advanced laser engraver to create the template, then placed in the advanced cutter to obtain the RAM chips. After that, I started crafting IC chips, which are created from ILC wafers. To craft these, we now need a red lens, following the same process as for RAM chips. Now it's time to assemble some circuits needed to create our HV circuit. For this we will need a circuit assembler, which I already have. For the recipe for an improved LV circuit, we will need the chips we cut earlier. These improved circuits are more useful because, depending on how good they are, they can give us more circuits when crafting. As we progress, this will come in very handy. I got 4 improved LV circuits, which is one step closer to the HV circuit. The next step will be to get improved MV circuits, which are pretty similar to LV circuits. Now that we have 4 improved MV circuits, the next step is to obtain resistors, which require polyethylene to be created. I don't have any, so I decided to set up a temporary production line for this liquid. Here's how it works. There is a fermenting casket that receives wheat to be converted into GregTech ethanol, which will be combined with sulfuric acid to create ethylene and diluted sulfuric acid, which is stored for future use. Finally, oxygen is mixed with ethylene to create liquid polyethylene, which will be very useful to us. Now that we have everything we need, let's craft the transistors so we can assemble our first HV circuit. And with that, after 2 hours of recording, I finally got the first HV circuit so I could progress to the next tier. If you liked this video, leave your like and let me know if you liked the video. Thank you for watching the video.